Hello everyone, greetings of the day. Welcome to the lecture 6 of Science and Technology, which is a series for the Smart Crash Course for Civil Service Examination 2020. And as part of this lecture 6, today we are going to discuss the important topics related to biotechnology, but this time the things are going to be a little bit on the advanced level. Alright, so biotechnology is the subtopic of this chapter 6. Alright, so first and the foremost thing that we are going to understand today is gene editing. It is called gene editing. Alright, now before going ahead, what is gene? Well, gene is part of the genome of the individual. It is the part of the genome. Alright, and if you recall from the previous lecture, we discussed about genome. Genome क्या है? Genome is the entire sequence of arrangement of the base pairs, entire sequence of arrangement of base pairs. ऑलराइट, कि आपका जो टोटल जो जेनेटिक मटेरियल है उस पे जो ATGC का अरेंजमेंट है ऑन द डबल हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द DNA, दैट इज बेसिकली नोन एज जीनोम. सो जीनोम का एक पार्ट होता है जीन. सो जीन इज द पार्ट ऑफ द जीनोम दैट लीड्स टू प्रोडक्शन ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स. सो बेसिकली क्या होता है कि आपका जो DNA होता है, जो जीनोम होता है, उसके ऊपर राइबोसोम करके एक सेल के अंदर एक बॉडी होती है, वो ट्रेवल करती है. और जब जैसे जैसे राइबोसोम उस जेनेटिक मटेरियल के ऊपर ट्रेवल करता है, अमीनो एसिड्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. अमीनो एसिड्स arrange themselves into configuration, and these configurations are then called proteins, and these proteins are functional for the body. So in your body, all the things that are taking place, they are mostly in the form of proteins. All right, so proteins are, you can say, the functional blocks of the body. All right, so let us draw the diagram of a part of the genome. So suppose this is the genome, and this is the structure of part of the genome. Let's call that this part results into generation of a protein P, which perform a particular function in the body. Now, however, because of mutation, this genome is producing a protein P star, which actually causes disease in the body and is dysfunctional. So what you have to do is, you have to replace this part of the genome by cutting this part at specific locations and then introducing a new healthy gene into this position. This entire process is basically known as gene editing. Alright, so gene editing is nothing but cutting the unhealthy gene from your genome or genetic sequence and putting in a healthy gene, and that entire technique is known as gene editing. Gene editing can be done by various techniques. Alright, there are various techniques for gene editing. One of the technique which is quite famous and has been in news and has been asked by UPSC earlier also, it include CRISPR-Cas9, CRISPR-Cas9. सो बेसिकली क्या होता है कि जो आपका जीनोम है, वहाँ पे स्पेसिफिक लोकेशंस होती हैं जहाँ से आप उस जीन को कट कर सकते हैं. वन ऑफ दीज लोकेशंस आर बेसिकली नोन एज क्लस्टर्ड रेगुलरली interspaced palindromic repeats. Alright, these are those locations जहाँ से आप जीन को कट कर सकते हो. और Cas9 जो है वो एक एंजाइम है. Cas9 is an enzyme. All enzymes are proteins. Remember that all enzymes are proteins, but all proteins are not enzymes. Very important to understand. So Cas9 is an enzyme. It is a protein that cut the gene at the CRISPR location. Alright, that cut the gene at the CRISPR location, and therefore that gene can be replaced by another gene, and that is how gene editing takes place. And CRISPR-Cas9 is one of the technique. However, this CRISPR-Cas9 is performed in vitro. In vitro means that it is done in the lab conditions. Alright, it is not done in the human body. Now, another important news that was related with gene editing was in vivo gene editing that took place. In vivo gene editing. All right. Okay. So in vivo gene editing means that in vivo means inside human body. So gene editing taking place inside human body is basically known as in vivo gene editing. So this was a current affair this particular year because uh, a technique which is known as zinc finger nucleus. All right, the technique name is zinc finger nucleus. This technique was used for gene editing for the first time in vivo. पहली बार inside human body आपने gene editing करी है using this technique which is known as zinc finger nucleus, ZINC, zinc finger nucleus, and you use this particular technique to treat a disease, and the name of the disease is Hunter's disease. Alright, so the name of the disease is Hunter's disease. Hunter's disease is a genetic disorder. जो Hunter disease है ये एक genetic disorder है. इस disorder में क्या होता है, large sugar crystals, large sugar deposits, or you can say large sugar molecules, they develop. Large sugar molecules develop in body tissues. In body tissues. Alright? Okay. So that is basically known as zinc finger nucleus and Hunter's disease. Now associated to gene editing, there is another concept, and that is basically known as gene drive technology. It is gene drive technology. Alright. So gene drive technology, it is related to again CRISPR-Cas9, related to CRISPR-Cas9. इस टेक्निक को यूज करते हुए एक बहुत ही सिग्निफिकेंट डेवलपमेंट हुआ है इन केस ऑफ मलेरिया ट्रीटमेंट. सो व्हाट हैज हैपेंड यूजिंग दिस CRISPR-Cas9, what the scientists have done, they have eliminated entire population in the lab, eliminated entire population in the lab of malaria causing mosquitoes. So basically क्या था कि उन्होंने लैब में कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन के लिए मलेरिया मॉस्किटोज के लिया और CRISPR-Cas9 को यूज़ करते हुए इस तरीके से जीन एडिटिंग करी कि वो पूरी की पूरी पॉपुलेशन की डेथ हो गई. सो बेसिकली ये जो जीन ड्राइव टेक्नोलॉजी है इसमें क्या हो रहा है, जो आपको पता है कि देयर इज समथिंग दैट इज नोन एज फीमेल एनोफिलिस मॉस्किटोज. These female Anopheles mosquitoes, they are responsible for causing malaria. So what the scientists did, in the female Anopheles mosquito, they tweaked means they disrupted a gene using CRISPR-Cas9, and the name of that gene is basically double sex gene. So double sex gene की वजह से क्या होता है, देखिए जो मेल है उसकी बॉडी में कोई चेंज नहीं आता. द मेल रिमेन्स एज इट इज, बट यू नो दैट द मेल does not bite. The male does not bite, and because the male does not bite, therefore the male is also not responsible for causing of malaria. But this gene editing technique CRISPR-Cas9 has brought a change in the double sex gene in the female Anopheles mosquito, such that these female mosquitoes are developing on lines of the males, and because they are developing on lines of the males, they cannot lay egg nor they can go for biting, and therefore the female Anopheles mosquitoes gradually cannot reproduce. और जब तक पॉपुलेशन में मेल और फीमेल बराबर नहीं होंगे या मेल और फीमेल को एग्जिस्ट नहीं करेंगे हेल्दी कंडीशंस में, पॉपुलेशन सर्वाइव नहीं करेगी. एंड ग्रेजुअली what happened, entire population was wiped out. This technique is basically known as gene drive technology, in which a particular gene is allowed to transfer to the next generation. Inheritance is modified, and this technique is basically known as gene drive technology, and it is going to be really beneficial in treatment of malaria if we are able to eliminate the entire population of female Anopheles mosquitoes. Alright? Alright. So next we are going to discuss another gene editing related concept, that is genetically modified crops. ये basically application है gene editing का. जो genetic modified crops हैं, ये इस साल जो important crops news में थे वो थे BT cotton, दूसरा है HTBT cotton that we are going to discuss. Alright. So basically let's first take up the BT cotton. जो BT cotton है ये एक genetically modified crop है, और you can say it is the only genetically modified crop that is allowed to be grown in India. इंडिया में एकमात्र genetically modified crop जो उगाने के लिए जिसको परमिशन मिली हुई है वो है BT cotton, which is allowed to be grown in India since 2002. Alright, this BT cotton was developed by the company named Monsanto. Alright, okay. Now what has happened, how this BT cotton has developed. आपने एक ट्रेडिशनल कॉटन प्लांट लिया, उसमें दो जीन्स आपने इंट्रोड्यूस किए बाय जीन एडिटिंग. द फर्स्ट जीन दैट यू इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इज Cry1AC and second is Cry2BC. Alright, one is Cry1AB and second is Cry2BC. ये दोनों जीन्स आपने कहाँ से बोरो किए? You borrowed it from a soil dwelling bacteria. That is, सॉइल में रहने वाले एक बैक्टीरिया है जिसका नाम है Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis. Alright, ये Bacillus thuringiensis से आपने क्या किया? आपने दो जीन्स लिए Cry1AB and Cry2BC और उसको कहाँ इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया? ट्रेडिशनल कॉटन प्लांट के अंदर. जब आपने इसको ट्रेडिशनल कॉटन प्लांट के अंदर इंट्रोड्यूस किया तो दिस ट्रेडिशनल कॉटन प्लांट डेवलप रेजिस्टेंस टू पिंक bollworm that infect the cotton plant. Alright, so that is the basically the resultant BT cotton. ये जो BT है it is basically short form for the bacteria जिससे आप ये Cry1AB और Cry2BC ले रहे हैं, that is Bacillus thuringiensis. जब इन दो जीन से जो प्रोटीन सिक्रीट होगी, it is a kind of poison for the pink bollworm, और जब पिंक bollworm इस कॉटन प्लांट के पत्ते को खाएगा तो पिंक bollworm है it will eventually die. Alright, so that was about the BT cotton. Now here we are going to next discuss the HTBT cotton. HTBT cotton is also a genetically modified crop. Alright, it is also genetically modified organism, and it is, इसमें क्या है कि आपका जो BT cotton है, जो ऊपर आपने BT cotton प्रोड्यूस किया है, इस BT cotton में you add one more gene. इसमें आप एक और जीन इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, and the name of that gene is CP4 EPSPS. ये CP4 EPSPS जीन जो है, you are taking it from a bacteria, and the name of the bacteria is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Alright, so what you have done is you have introduced one more gene into the BT cotton, and the name of the gene is CP4 EPSPS. And what has happened, this gene is going to result into a modified protein. It is going to produce a modified protein, and the name of that protein is glyphosate. ये जो ग्लाइफोसेट मॉडिफाइड प्रोटीन है, इट इज गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड द बीटी कॉटन herbicide resistance, herbicide रेजिस्टेंस। ऑलराइट, सो जो हर्बिसाइड आप यूज करते हैं उसका इफेक्ट बीटी कॉटन पे नहीं होगा, बाकी सारे आसपास के हर्ब्स जो वीड्स होते हैं वो मर जाएंगे, एंड दिस बीटी कॉटन इज हर्बिसाइड रेजिस्टेंट। सो HTBT stands for herbicide resistant BT cotton. However, this GMO crop is still not permitted in India. It is still not permitted in India. Alright, very important to note here. BT cotton allowed है, HTBT cotton अभी भी allowed नहीं है. So that was all about the application of gene editing so far. Now here we are going to discuss a very important institution related to biotechnology, or you can say it is a body that is known as National Stem Cell Registry. Alright, it is known as National Stem Cell Registry. This National Stem Cell Registry is basically a government managed database. It is a government managed database. Because it is a database, this database ought to be this, because it is a government managed database, this database has to be of some individuals. So who are these individuals? These individuals are unrelated bone marrow donors. Alright, this BT cotton is government managed this National Stem Cell Registry is a government managed database, and this database consists of unrelated bone marrow donors who get admitted to this registry or who get registered to this registry on the basis of voluntariness of the people who want to register themselves. So it is a voluntary database. बोन मेरो आपको बता दूं, बोन मेरो इज दैट पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी या दोज टिश्यूज जहाँ पे आपको एडल्ट या सोमेटिक स्टेम सेल्स मिलते हैं, सोमेटिक स्टेम सेल्स मिलते हैं विच हेल्प इन ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ वेरियस डिजीजेस. So what is the aim of this National Stem Cell Registry? If I have to talk about the aim, so let's talk about the aim. The first and the foremost aim is it help to find the matching donors for treatment of various blood related ailments such as leukemia or lymphoma. These are the type of blood cancers. Alright, so blood cancers में bone marrow ट्रांसप्लांट किया जाता है, एंड फॉर दैट यू नीड अ मैचिंग डोनर. अगर आपके पास रजिस्ट्री में ऐसा बंदा पहले से अवेलेबल है, देन यू विल नॉट बी रनिंग हियर एंड देयर. सेकेंड, इट इज़ यूज फॉर ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ थैलेसीमिया. थर्ड, इट कैन बी यूज फॉर ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ सिकल सेल अनीमिया. एंड फोर्थ, इट कैन बी यूज फॉर ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ हीमोफीलिया. Alright, these diseases generally आपकी static class में cover होती है, but अगर आपने अभी भी cover नहीं करी है, then I will recommend that you Google it up and learn about these diseases. Alright, let's go ahead. Now another important development in this domain is Manav. Manav is an initiative. This Manav is an initiative of Department of Biotechnology. और इस मानव इनिशिएट के अंतर्गत आप क्या करेंगे? You are going to map every tissue of human body. Alright, so under this Manav mission, initiative of the DBT, what we are going to do, we are going to map every tissue of human body. We are going to map every tissue of human body. Alright, so it is also known by the name as Human Atlas Initiative. It is Human Atlas Initiative. It is Human Atlas Initiative. Alright, next is Indigen Project. Indigen Project. Alright, now Indigen Project is the first of its kind project, under which what you are going to do is first of its kind project under which you are going to go for genome sequence. You are going for genome sequencing of all Indian ethnicities. भारत में जितनी भी प्रकार की एथनिसिटी मिलती है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडियंस, द्रविडियंस, देन यू कैन से कॉकेसॉइड्स, मंगोलॉइड्स, जो जितनी भी तरह की एथनिसिटीज मिलती हैं अक्रॉस इंडिया, यू आर गोइंग फॉर द जीनोम सीक्वेंस ऑफ ऑल दीज एथनिसिटीज under the Indigen project, and it is the first of its kind project that is being undertaking in the world that is based on ethnicity. All right, this Indigen project is actually a successor to, it is successor to Genome India project. It is successor to Genome India project. All right, so this Indigen project is successor to Genome India project. अगर मैं आपको थोड़ा सा Genome India project के बारे में बताऊं, तो Genome India project is also known by the name as Bioscience Mission for Precision Health and Optimal Well-being. Alright, it is known as the Bioscience Mission for Precision Health and Optimal Well-being, and this Genome India project was a combined initiative of, it was a combined initiative of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Department of Health Research, and the Department of Biotechnology collectively launched this project in Genome India project. Similarly, like there's this Genome India project, there is another project. That project is known as Human Microbiome project. This Human Microbiome project is a project that will map at least 20,000 samples collected from across the length and breadth of the country, and it will map the microbiome of these 20,000 samples. This microbiome जो है, microbiome is a collective word that is used to represent saliva, stool and skin samples of the individual. So like नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न इंडियंस का सलाइवा, स्टूल और स्किन किस प्रकार की है, द्रविडियंस की किस प्रकार की है, नॉर्थ इंडियंस की किस प्रकार की है, all these things will be like looked into this human microbiome project. All right, similarly, this to human microbiome project, there is another project that the government has launched, and that is known as human proteome project. Human proteome project. अब देखिए जीनोम क्या था. जीनोम था the entire genetic material and its sequencing of the human being. That is basically known as human genome project. Then what is human proteome project? Human proteome project is the protein based. So what you do is you map entire protein based architecture of the human body under this project. So both these Human Microbiome Project and Human Proteome Project, they are again the initiatives of the Department of Biotechnology. Remember that. All right. And lastly, there is a concept that I want to discuss. UPSC पूछ सकती है that what do you mean by the term proteomics? So proteomics का मतलब क्या है? Proteomics is the study of entire set of proteins produced or modified by the body. So that is basically known as proteomics. So I think that these are the special pointers that I wanted to discuss from the biotechnology section, so that if any question comes from advanced biotechnology related to these projects and these concepts, you can very easily tackle them. So thank you very much for lending your ears. Keep tuned to this platform for such wonderful videos related to the Smart Crash Course for Prelims 2020. Keep tuned. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead. Take care. Bye.